So as of right now, the Texas Rangers have one of the best, if not the best teams in baseball. Let's look at their rotation. They're a top 5 rotation. Their bullpen, they could use a little bit of help in the bullpen. But when you talk about that offense, they are the best offensive team in baseball. They're lighting the world on fire, and I don't really think this surprises anyone. The Rangers are a good team, but every good team does need help from time to time in certain areas. And while the Rangers, they lost Jacob deGrom, and he's gone for the season. He might even be gone for 2 whole years. And their bullpen, it's by far the weakest spot on that team. I'm not saying it's bad. Jose Leclerc looks really good this year, but they need a dominant closer. They're going to be in the postseason. I think that's guaranteed at this point. They will be in the postseason, and they could definitely use a man like Emmanuel Clase to close down games, and they could also use a guy like Shane Bieber to be their ace. While on the flip side, the Guardians could be the best team in baseball right now, and they would still always listen to trade proposals. I mean, before they locked up Jose Ramirez, they were listening in on trades for him, and they were playing very, very well. So the fact that the Guardians offense looks horrendous, they're not playing well, the whole American League Central looks bad, and the Guardians still can't be in first, they still can't win. This leads me to believe that the Guardians are going to be sellers for sure on Shane Bieber. But hey, every other channel out there is just going to make a boring video, Shane Bieber for this, going to this club. No, not here. I want to make it interesting. I want to throw Emmanuel Clase in, because why not? The Rangers, like we said, they need a closer. They need help in the bullpen. If the team's not going to be performing, you might as well trade them. The Guardians like to trade. Let's spice it up a little bit. Okay, before my Guardians fans get really mad at me out there, look, there's a reasoning for this. The trade package that you guys are getting back is going to include 4 really talented players, 3 of them being offensive players. And why is Cleveland losing? Why does Cleveland struggle to stay relevant in the Central? It's their offense. They don't hit dingers. They don't get extra base hits. They have a lot of talent in that lineup, but it's just not coming together. And so why not add offense through top prospects? Because the prospects I'm going to go through out of the Rangers system, all 4 of them are top 20 prospects, three of them being top 10 prospects. And the guy leading the package is the number 9 overall prospect in baseball and the number 1 prospect for the Texas Rangers. And you guessed it, he's an offensive player, and a really, really good offensive player, because the Guardians, they don't need pitching, they're a pitching factory. So let's start off with that number 1 overall prospect and work down the list. The man I'm talking about is Evan Carter, an outfield prospect for the Rangers. And look, the scouts have rated him as a potential 5-tool player, elite speed, elite defense. He's got the power, he's got the bat. Look what he did last year in rookie ball. In 106 games, he had 117 hits, an on-base percentage just under 400 at 397, slugging 489 with an OPS just under 900. And that was just his first year, because in 2023, he hasn't slowed down hardly at all. In his first 43 games of the 2023 season, he has 47 hits. Again, he's averaging more than a hit per game. He's got his on-base percentage over 400 now at 408, and he's still got an OPS over 800. So look, Guardians fans, you're pretty much getting Miles Straw's defense, but he can actually hit. He knows how to swing the bat. Oh yeah, and by the way, again, this guy is 20 years old. 20. I think Guardians fans are going to take that, because he's just one of 4 guys you're getting in this deal. So next up, we're going to talk about Luis Angel Acuna. Gosh, I hope I'm saying his first name right. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's a middle infield prospect for the Rangers and their number 3 overall prospect. Oh yeah, and by the way, he's Ronald Acuna Jr.'s little brother, if that tells you anything. In all seriousness though, this guy is a middle infielder, which we all know the Rangers don't need a middle infielder. Josh Young looks good at third, Corey Seager looks good at short, Marcus Semien looks good at second, and then you got Lowe playing first base. They're all going to be there for a while, you know, especially the middle infield. So they don't really have a use for this guy. Why not give him to the Guardians? And hey, he might be the best player in this package, because he's only 1 year older than Evan Carter, but this guy is also a 5-tool prospect. He's got the speed, the fielding, everything. His on-base percentage in the minors has never really been below 350. Hit an on-base percentage of 345 one year, but hey, we'll say 350. Look, the guy gets on base. And here's why I think he's better than Evan Carter. He's in Double-A. This guy's 21 years old, having a 350 on-base percentage and above in Double-A. Guardians, this guy could be your future shortstop. You got Andres Gimenez at second. You've got Jose Ramirez at third. Here's your future shortstop. Again, he's only 21 years old. So our next guy is Justin Foscue, the last offensive offensive player in this trade, and he's a second baseman. He can play a little bit of first. He's got some versatility. He's got the tools to be a hitter though. He's got the pop. He's got the on-base percentage in the minors of around 400. This guy could be a middle of the order bat for you Cleveland Guardians. And he's only 24. He's right on the brink of being in the majors, and if he didn't play underneath such a great team, he'd probably already be there. And I know you guys already have Andres Gimenez, but like I said, he can swap over to first and do a little bit of platooning with Josh Naylor. And I think that'd be a very good fit for the Cleveland Guardians. I'm just trying to load up this offense the best I can, guys. And Foscue has fallen down a little bit. He's not a top prospect anymore, but he's still a top 20 prospect in the Rangers system at number 16. And let's face it, if I'm being honest, I don't think they're going to get 5 of the top 5 prospects or 4 of the top 4 prospects for Bieber and Clase. Clase is amazing. He's got control, but he is a reliever. And Bieber, although he has been a certified ace for years, he doesn't have a crazy amount of service time left. He will be a free agent after 2024. And then last but not least, let's throw in a starting pitcher, the number 13 overall prospect for the Rangers, Cole Winn. Now, Cole Winn, unlike the other guys, I'm not crazy high on for the Guardians, but at the end of the day, the Guardians, they're a pitching factory, and Cole Winn has struggled pretty much all through the minor leagues. But he's still 23 years old. He's got a lot of potential. The Rangers have been high on him for a while, but he hasn't been called up because, again, he struggled mightily through the minor leagues. This year he has an ERA over 8 so far. But I think the Guardians would rather take a wild card on a starting pitcher than have to take the wild card on one of the other 3 prospects. I think it's a better idea for the Guardians to get the best possible offensive players they can out of this trade, and then the wild card be the starting pitcher. So there's not a whole lot to say about Cole Winn. He's kind of a shoe-in. Just add an extra player to this trade because, hey, if they fix him, he can fill a spot in the rotation. But either way, guys, that's the trade I have for you guys today. And I just want to hear what you guys think, because I know the Rangers, prospects wise, they're not going to be calling anyone up anytime soon unless it's a starting pitcher, I guess. Whereas the Guardians, they need prospects. They need offensive prospects, like I've said about 20 times in this video. I just want to fix that lineup. I want to see Cleveland back in the postseason.
Swing and a high fly ball. Left field. Way back. Ball game. Gonzalez walks it off. And the Guardians are moving on to the division series.
They don't need Shane Bieber, not nearly as bad as they do a bat. And Clase, again, he's a reliever. They're a pitching factory. They'll find another one. They're Cleveland Guardians, man. They're fun to watch. Let's make them even more fun to watch going into the future. Let me know if you guys agree. Peace. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.